Oh, hi there.
Welcome to Show and Tell, boom, boom, where we showcase talent from the Northeast New England region area. Today, raining outside, very wet. We have a lot of exciting guests in the studio today, only one of which will be aired on this particular show. Raining, as I was saying. So, I get out of my car, and what do I see? Rain. I tell you what, right on my head. Boy, was I surprised. Yeah. Woo-wee. So that was pretty wet. What was also wet was a time in Russia. Back in the 18th century. Alexander the Great, the Tsar of Russia, granddaughter of Catherine the Great. He was known as the angel of Russia. He was seen as an angel from the people. This is an historical perspective. He had great hair for one. It was like shaped like a
Beehive.
Wrong. Not a beehive. Soft ice cream. Soft serve. It was like twisted and vertically up. And I don't know if that's why he was an angel or because he beat Napoleon. Let me tell you how. Because there were a lot of people in the 18th century who didn't beat Napoleon. Mainly Egypt. There were a lot of others too. And but Alexander there, that guy, so he lets Napoleon and his army. They started out with 500,000 troops. 500,000 troops. They go into Russia, and they just like sort of dwindle. And the Russian army doesn't confront them anywhere along the thousands of miles trek into Russia. And then, just before they get to Moscow, mind you, that's the capital, but actually not at this point because it was St. Petersburg for a while. But Moscow, the heart of Russia, and they confront them there. The Russians lose the battle. They move. Alexander tells everyone to evacuate. Moscow, and they go there. Napoleon's like, we got all this stuff. They got all the booty. They're just hanging out. They're drinking. Boom. Catches fire. French people in fire. Or Napoleon. We can't generalize here. Not in this age. Sets fire. They start freezing. They have nothing to heat with. And so Napoleon decides, okay, well, I guess we'll have to head back because Alexander never admits defeat. He never joke.
He surrenders.
Never surrenders. Alexander never surrenders. He just lets them have Moscow. And so Napoleon, after a while, and his whole army are like, well, geez, this is good and all, but I can't eat this gold candlestick. And so they start heading back, and it's winter, and an early winter comes. And so they're heading back, and meanwhile they're being shadowed by the Russian army, and they never confront them, but all the stragglers from the army and deserters that leave the mass are picked off by the peasants and the army. And so by the time the army's pretty much gone before they even get out of Russia. And then, right as they're tailing out of Russia, the Russian army follows them right into Paris and enters Paris as victors. And Russia becomes the single #1 world power, such as the great United States today.
You know what Russia has in common with our musical guest?
They're both great.
Yeah.
Well, we have Pat Pritchard on the show today. It's a great show, very talented individual. We're going to be hearing from him in just a little bit, and appreciate you joining us. Okay.
Plate glass protects your feet. You move around so cleanly. I can still taste your venom. It's under my tongue. Under my tongue. The blade, it broke off inside. Inside of my love. Inside of my love. You regret the way you treated me, but I don't care. I don't care, bear. I don't care, bear. I don't care, bear.
Pat,
Yeah.
welcome to the show.
It's great to be here.
It's great to have you on. Well, Pat, where are you coming from today?
Coming from Epping, New Hampshire. I drove down from Maine yesterday.
Nice.
Still kind of singing because I was singing a few seconds ago.
You sounded great.
Thanks.
Now, what? That's solo. No one else was there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that solo Corpse Flower, or is that solo? Because I read that you were gonna change.
Yeah. Corpse Flower has been my individual project, I guess, my personal project for the past 4 years, I'd like to say. But recently, after my last album, which came out 10 months ago, it's called Love Sucks and So Do You. You can pick it up anywhere except nowhere. And after that, I decided, I think I'm probably going to call it quits with the name Corpse Flower. Time to start new.
But you don't have any ideas right now.
I got some. I have some ideas. One idea I'm working with is Henry Winkler Has No Fans Here. That would be my new solo career. But
That's
do you
nice.
do you think that's pretty good?
Well, Henry Winkler?
Henry Winkler
Henry Winkler has
no fans here.
Nice. You know a Henry Winkler?
He's kind of this thing I made up. It's like this I didn't really make him up. It's just there's this famous guy. His last name's Winkler. I can't think of his first name, but he's not really famous, but he does a lot with media. With the outer space is calling me.
I hope that's not the fire alarm, right?
It's because you're on fire.
Biggest influence in your life?
Biggest influence in my life. Family and friends.
Okay.
You mean musically?
Yeah. Musically, something less lame. Come on.
Musical influences. Right now, Uncle Bob drives a combine. I have really been liking them. Other influences. Pig Destroyer. Other influences. Anything from the 80s that has a guitar keyboard in it or something like that.
Nice.
Pat Benatar? No. Somewhat. She's good.
Okay. Now that's cool. That's cool. You've been involved in many bands over the years. Do we have time for this, Joe? Yeah. All right. You've been involved in many bands over the years. You've been making music for about the past 10 years, I would say, outside of fourth grade song flute, sort of.
Flute.
You also
Mr. Malazzo.
You played the
xylophone.
Guitar Magazine.
Xylophone.
They mentioned something about the xylophone. But bands you've been involved in.
I've been involved many
James
bands.
Brown. You started.
I started with James Brown. James Brown was kind of like this local legacy band, famous band, big band. Everybody liked them. In high school. This was back in high school.
Yeah.
We teenager. And everybody liked them. I wanted to be them, so I worked with them to help them create something. I played bongos a lot.
And then you moved into, I noticed a sudden shift. You moved into Shredder and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You started playing heavy metal, and then you got a little heavier, moved into death metal with Asura.
Yep.
Losing your guitarist there and trading him in for a Jeff York, which you have a song dedicated about. And then your solo career, Corpse Flower, which is now, and then we're moving into the new path. So, that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Cool. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Would love to have you again sometime. And we'll be reading about you in the magazines, huh? Wait.